This person says, why do they have to burn up? Why can't they make permanent satellites? Talking about Starlink. Starlink satellites burn up after a very short time, which dumps tens of tons of toxic chemicals into the atmosphere every year. And according to a new study, this is one of the biggest drivers of the current destruction of the ozone layer that is happening, which increases the skin cancer risk of everyone in the world because Starlink is everywhere in the world, dumping these toxic chemicals into the atmosphere by the tens of tons. Okay, so why do they do that? Well, the only reason Starlink exists is because there is not enough demand for satellite launches in order to have SpaceX exist. There's no way for them to pay their bills, to pay for the cost of operating with the amount of demand that actually exists. There's no market for SpaceX. There's no reason for this company to exist. And so the reason Starlink was created was in order to generate demand for launches. So the whole purpose of Starlink is that they burn up quickly and you have to keep launching tens of thousands more, right? That's the only reason Starlink exists. So they can absolutely make stationary satellites. So for example, here's this chart shows two orbits. This is low Earth orbit and here is geosynchronous orbit. So this is where things like GPS satellites are, all kinds of important things regarding like security and communication and telecoms all out here, and it stays there. And it doesn't crash into the Earth and burn up in the atmosphere and dump all of its chemicals into the air and destroy the ozone like Starlink does. The only reason that they're choosing to do this orbit is because the only reason Starlink exists is to generate demand for more launches, and in order to have more demand for more launches, they have to burn up. So it's all being burned and destroyed on purpose in order that it needs to be replaced. And then investors have to put more money in, subscribers have to put more money in, and that is what pays for the cost of SpaceX, which doesn't have a market and shouldn't exist in any rational sense.